Hi there, my name is Snow. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. This is my van. Her name is Sugar. This is my Iceco and my Jackery in their designated areas. Here are a bunch of rocks that I saw at the check-in at the campground that I was at. Very cute and beautiful. And this last one really spoke to me. I don't know what was wrong with him, but I understand. I spend a lot of my time hanging out in the woods and by water. And pretty much my entire camera roll looks like this. And now YouTube has given them a purpose. A place that they can go where they're made into these sweet videos and memories that are cemented on the interweb for all time. The area that I camped in is one of my favorite in the entire US. I'm from the Northeast. I love the Northeast so much, especially the water. I'm originally from New York City, so we're talking really Northeast. I found so many cool maple treats. I met so many nice people on this trip. This is a super cool way to chop wood. That was one of the last beers I have had that wasn't NA, and it was delicious. I think there was a reason I was having such good luck with beers at that point in my life. I am now sober. I don't drink alcohol for my brain, but it's cool looking back and seeing that the last few that I got to have were amazing. This is my favorite view of all time outside of nature itself. Waking up in my van in the morning is so nice. Also, standing with my feet in a creek. You can find me doing that pretty much all summer long. On this day in particular, I was studying wildflowers, looking for mushrooms, and hunting for salamanders, which are in this video at some point. There's so many different things to do and to see, but most importantly, a lot of good places to eat. Peach strawberry scones. I think the best I've ever had. Okay, lush showers. One of my favorite parts of camping at a campground with a shower. I do have solo showers, but I really enjoy having that pampering time when I'm able to go somewhere that has super hot water and isn't out of a bag. Not to say the solo showers aren't awesome, but it's really nice to have a steamy one sometimes. So I kept going back to the same exact swimming hole multiple times throughout this trip. I just could not get enough of it, and it was brain freeze worthy, which automatically attracts me because that's what helps my head the most. There's something about walking on the side of a road in the summertime. I think that's nostalgia from my childhood and teenhood growing up in Pennsylvania. So many memories walking with people I love in beautiful places. In PA, it's a lot of train tracks, but also hiking trails. The water is so blue. In these videos, a lot of them look green, but these are actually smaller swimming holes that are around the larger one, which I found to be actually really nice. And when there was crowds coming through, those were nice retreats to go to where there weren't as many people. Winding roads, big fan. Also, strawberry honey, are you kidding me? Books by a campfire, excellent. I wasn't planning on making voiceovers to any of these videos, but I didn't realize I had so much audio in the background that would definitely affect my ability to upload with sound. So I figured I would talk on this one. I also got a couple of lovely messages about my voice and people complimenting my voice. So here you go, guys. Welcome back. Thanks so much for watching this. If you've watched anything else, I really appreciate that you're trotting back to my channel to see what I'm up to. Kind of weird nonsense I'm getting into again. have so much footage from the past 3 years preparing for this time and just soaking up recovery time. And I was so excited to start sharing them. I didn't even know which one to pick, but I just pulled one out of the hat, and this is the one it was. This is also my first trip with my van. I got my van on August 9th, and the first place it went was a My Chemical Romance concert with my best friend Britt, and then it went here. Pretty legendary. Also, this cat is also legendary. This is at a brewery up in the mountains. Also, one of my last beers, it was a super light, crisp mixture of like a hot sauce and a citrus beer kind of thing. It was like a spicy lager, and it had a rim, like what am I trying to say? I have a terrible memory. I'm like a goldfish. They actually might have a better memory than me. Anyway, they have great snacks. I'm a big fan of fancy, luxurious snacks. I don't know why this place fulfilled that need. They also had amazing kombucha as well, which is great, and it was my favorite brewery of all time, and I will be going back for the kombucha and the snacks and hopefully NA. Seems to be something that's happening a lot more lately, which is amazing as well. I find myself, ever since the first injury, saying amazing, wonderful, beautiful, great so often. Not that I was a particularly negative person before, but now I feel like I see beauty everywhere and I don't know how to put into words. Also, I've always been a really well-spoken person, and since the injuries, I have not been. I've gone through therapy to learn how to talk, read, write, etc. normally again. So I'm kind of getting that back. But I default to those words so often because I can't believe what I'm seeing. And just being here is enough. Being here is a gift. Being alive is a gift. So being able to see these beautiful sights, I mean, I'm like the luckiest girl in the world. Love a red barn. Very homey, very PA. This was not in PA, but it reminds me of home. Just some lizard activities here, right next to the van in the sunlight. Beautiful trail. Sometimes I look at things and I go, oh, I could paint that. I should paint that. Here's me swimming again. Pretty sure this is the part of the video where you're going to see me dunking and swimming nonstop. It's going to get pretty choppy here. There's a lot of movement, so I think editing these parts of the videos is probably the more tedious kind of editing for me. I don't mind it. I think it's really fun. I actually laugh quite a bit because I'm always doing something weird. I think that's something people don't really know about me online, is that I'm a really funny, silly person. I'm more silly than funny, I'd say. Here's the salamander. He slightly moves at the end in the right-hand corner. Dang, I wish I would have held on just a little bit longer. My head was under the water, so I didn't know if I was getting him on video, but, you know. I tried. That's what you get when you don't have your dive mask on you. Lesson learned. Here I am back at this same swimming hole. Did not have any sort of wetsuit. I went in with my long sleeve on and underwear. Like a wild animal. Love it. Much rather prefer being naked, but you can't do that everywhere. Yeah. Take what you can get. Here's another small swimming hole that I absolutely loved. I didn't see anyone at this spot the entire day. There's me acting insane again. There's something that cold water does to me that I can't explain. I go into a state of bliss that makes me rabid, as you can see. It's funny because it keeps going back and forth between when I was dry and when I was in the water, and you can tell how calm I am when I'm out of the water, but when I'm in it, I'm just a seal. Marshmallows on strawberries roasted over the campfire. Please try it. I'm trying to keep up with this video and talking. These are my cool mushroom lights. I don't know how people do this, but I'm going to keep trying. Here's my van. That's my BioLite lantern. I love that lantern. I actually just bought a second one. One of the best purchases I've ever made for camping. Anyway, there's my cow sweater. Love cows. And my cozy setup. I can't wait to see you for the next adventure.